Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing a PGA Tour 2023. Early impressions, kind of thoughts, and not a review, but just, I'm not doing a review. I just wanted to do a casual um, video while I play the game and just kind of share with you guys some thoughts I have and kind of where I'm at with it. So I'll try to be quick. I don't want this video to be too long. And I want to share with you guys, my community, people who are watching the video, obviously, you. I want to share with you um, my take on the game. So just to give you a background about me, I love golf in real life, and I'm a big fan of the sport. And I've been playing golf games for a long time, and I am a sim gamer. I'm a simulation guy. I can appreciate arcade games, but I'm basically a simulation gamer. And so I want the realism. I'm also an offline career person. I want to play an offline mode where I can get immersed into it. It has storylines, it has progression, it has the ability to capture you and capture the audience to just immerse you into it, right? And you can basically build your character, get better at it, grind at the game, and just something that has a lot of meat. And so I've played pretty much every single golf game that's ever been made, practically. And the Tiger Woods series went away with Rory McIlroy being the last one they made it. What, like 7-8 years ago, 9-10 years ago now, however many years. I think it was 2014 or 15 that they stopped. And so it's been a long time. And since then, we've had a game called The Golf Club made by HB Studios. And that game was revolutionary. They gave you the ability to create courses, an endless amount of courses. They put the course creation tool in the players' hands and the community's hands, and they have made some amazing courses, and the game has really, really done very well. It's not perfect. Obviously, it has things that it can improve upon, but it's a simulation-minded game. It's very challenging, very difficult, but it's not perfect, right? Like, it has things that need some work and need some ironing out. The putting is amazing, and the way the game plays and the courses, it's really hard, really challenging, and I love the game. What's bad about it? The career mode is very, very, very basic, very watered down, very simple. It has the PGA Tour license. It has some things about the PGA in there. It has some players. The graphics aren't the best. The presentation, I turned the entire commentary off in that game. I can't stand hearing the commentary. It's not deep. It's not dynamic. It's not entertaining. After a few rounds, you get sick of it. And another thing that bothers me in that game is because the courses are so wide open, a lot of the courses are not polished enough. They have weird lies and weird angles, and the ball rolls in weird ways, and it's just hard to get courses that don't just roll the ball everywhere, and you feel like you're on ice on a lot of these greens in that game. So another thing also real quick are the pitch shots, the flop shots, the bunker shots. For some reason, the way that the tempo works when you hit your accuracy, you can literally duff the ball almost at any moment. And so there are things like that that really kind of just throw me off. But I love the game. I play the game, but the longevity of the game, I don't know what he's doing right here. Why would he pitch it to the right? So that's obviously an AI bug that I've not seen yet. That was horrible. And that's one of the things about this game that I'll talk about. They take a little bit longer to hit the ball. I don't know why. That was a quicker decision. But the time it takes for them to stand over the ball and choose when to hit's a little bit weird. But that's kind of a short preview into some of the pieces about this game. Now, let's talk about this game. I picked it up on Monday. I picked up the deluxe edition. I got it on EA Play early trial. And I've been playing a lot. I've been playing over like 20, 25 hours of it probably by now. And I wanted to jump out to do this video so I can just share my thoughts. I've done a couple of streams. If you want to watch them, they're on my channel. You can check out my initial impressions in raw format. No, nothing polished, nothing super entertaining, just how I felt about the game. And if you watch the video, spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you what I did. So you can turn this off now if you want to watch the video. But basically, I was just frustrated. I picked up the game. I booted it up. The first thing I noticed was the game was feeling really choppy. The performance on it wasn't really the best. And I was just, compared to 2K, I was feeling like the game was very slow and choppy. The backswing felt really slow, and I knew that from the videos I had seen with the early trailers and live streams that they were doing. And so there are things about the game that I quickly was like, oh, this is just, why are they doing it this way? Why don't they do it like 2K? The putting is the best in 2K, and it is still the best in 2K, because the main thing about the putter is it's all about the distance that you take the putter back, no matter if you're putting a 1-foot putt or a 100-foot putt. It's all about where you go in that distance. That part doesn't change. It's always the same, no matter how long your putt is. And in this game, the putting, if I move it out like this or I move it into here, that putting meter on the bottom pretty much, stays the same. Yes, it grows a little bit, but you can dial in your distances with this arrow here. And I don't love that, right? I really don't love it. But what I do, how do I get back? What I do is X. What I have noticed is that even though you can dial in the distance here with this meter, if you overswing or underswing, or you come down too slow or too fast, it will affect not only the distance of the ball, but it will also affect whether you go left or right, whether you push it or pull it. And that's what the main swing as well, the full golf swing, right? And what I'm trying to tell you is that I started out, the reason why I'm doing this video is for those of you who are on the fence or who you've watched my videos, I'm coming around, and the game is much, much, much better. And I almost am starting to feel like this is probably the best golf game ever made. And I know you're probably going to say, hey, Havo, you're crazy. But I'm going to tell you why. It's not perfect. It's got some weird little glitches and things like that. It's got a lot to be desired. But I'm going to try to go through my quick early impressions of the game and just as fast as I can, just rattle through things that I've experienced. So we'll just start now. The first thing is the presentation. The graphics are phenomenal in this game, and I am not a graphics snob. I don't care about graphics as my number one thing. That's like 2, 3, or 4 on my list, but I can appreciate them. And this game has the most beautiful detail on the players, on the courses. I mean, it is magnificent. This YouTube with the compression, this video here, it's not even going to give you anywhere near as close to what you're going to see if you have the right setup. And I'm on a PC. I have a nice monitor, and it looks really, really sharp and colorful. The sounds, the crowd noise, the way the crowd kind of quiets down when you go over the ball and you go to address it. They shot out different things. The ambiance, just the trees, the wind, the birds. I mean, the commentary, super dynamic. At first, didn't think I was going to like it because I really don't care for Rich Lerner, but the commentary is solid. They talk about future rounds. They talk about future tournaments. Talk about past tournaments. They talk about in-depth things, like as you're in the round, in the career mode, and you're playing, they say, oh, he's in the cut line, or he's one away from the cut line, or he might get they talk about the actual cut line, which is amazing. No other golf game that I remember in my time has ever been that immersive. And I get excited because golf games have never really gotten the love in the presentation department. They've always been lacking. Now, the camera angles aren't the best, right? The camera's a little bit too close at times. I wish you could back it up a little bit. I wish the UI up there was a little bit smaller, or you had an option to make them smaller or bigger. The ball flight in the air, no one's ever been able to get it right. There's a follow cam view in this game. There's a where you stay as the pro right here in this shot, and it won't move. And then there's the broadcast camera, and the broadcast camera's hit or miss. Sometimes you get really cool shots, but a lot of times you don't. You get weird angles, and that's very hard to probably program and figure out. I get it. But the presentation, overall, it's like a 10, 9.5 to 10. It really is. All right. See, that's a good shot. So A for presentation, A plus, right? The gameplay, when you first play it, you start to compare it to 2K. And what's going to happen is you're going to be like, oh, well, 2K does this better, 2K does that better. But as you play the game, and I've played it a lot now, as you play the game and as you learn how to play the game, it really starts to grow on you, and you start to understand that it's not as simple as you think. That there's a lot of game IQ, right? There's a lot of golf IQ that has to go into this game, and you're not going to hit pins every time. You can shoot low scores, but the putting is harder than it looks. The iron shots and drive shots, they're harder. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty pretty much. And the game it's like mysteriously and subtle. It's like a subtle like difficulty that you just, at first you're like, oh, it's easy. But as you play it, you start to realize that this game has a lot more teeth on it than you think. And every course plays different. The ball physics, even though they're not perfect, like St. Andrews, the ball will roll forever, right? And look how beautiful this course is. Just watching this course, you feel like you're at Augusta. You feel like you're at the Masters. And the gameplay, for what it is, it's pretty damn solid. And I'm just loving the game right now. I'm loving the challenges. The career mode is super in depth. They have challenges, as you guys probably know from other Tiger Woods, games. They have things you can unlock. And I love the grind. They have daily tournaments online, which I haven't even looked into that yet. I don't usually play online, but I might play them once I start getting better just to unlock things and get some rewards. They have online modes. They have all sorts of different kind of modes. You can do stroke play, best ball, alternate shot, skins, match play. I saw a whole bunch of game modes that you can use. I'm gonna try to just chip this up there, see if I can get this close, and I'm gonna try to be tricky here. I'll put the ball up a little bit so it doesn't roll as far. Yeah, see, that went farther than I wanted it to, but just the part there are parts that need work, right? Like when you're creating your player, they only have so many faces you can choose from. You can't even customize the face. They have caddies, and you can only choose from, like, I don't know, 12 of them or 9 of them or something. And even those guys, really all they do in the game that I can see so far is they just show them on cutscenes, right? But they can grow on that, right? They can take this game and they can build upon it. And that's what I'm hoping. And that's why I'm so excited, is because now we have competition. We have 2 golf games in the mix. 2K is a great game. It needs to improve in the career mode, especially the graphics department and the commentary. They get those 3 things figured out, the game will be a lot better. And with this game, it's rough around some of the edges, but it's got a phenomenal foundation, and I'm really, 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 really stoked to play this game. And I finally have a game that I feel like I can actually sink my teeth into, and we'll see how long it lasts. Maybe this is just the honeymoon phase, and I'm just really excited for a game that, now these putts are tricky. Sometimes they don't break. See, sometimes they don't break like I would think that they would, but they don't. And so, anyways, that's pretty much it for now. I wanted to do this so you guys can catch it on an actual video and not just me randomly speaking on a stream. And if you're a fan of this game and you are on the fence for getting it, and you're a sim gamer or arcade, they have an arcade, modes in this game, obviously. The game, and you like a career mode, this game has something that I think you're gonna like. So I'll cut the video short here. We've already been going on for almost 15 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. And stay tuned for more information and news on my stuff and what I'm doing. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.